Okay, good morning everyone. Once again, this is DJ Master. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Actually, guys, this video is intended for my to all my followers in Japan. We have viewers in Japan and in other countries. That's why I decided to make a this kind of video, but this time in English. So my apology to all my followers in the Philippines. I'll try my best to express myself in English. Okay. Again, before I start my excuse me my video, I'd like to invite everyone to subscribe to DJ Master Enjoy channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell to be uh, to be updated in my coming vlogs, and just click the like and share. Okay, this time our topic for today is about welding. The question is, do we have a big opportunity in welding? That's the question. Okay. Before I start, I'd like to greet my viewers in Japan. Kamusta kayo? In Filipino and Japanese, Ogenki Disoka. Ogenki Disoka. Okay. I do a little research in Japanese, and I love you. In Japanese, Ais Hitiru. Ais Tiru. Ais Hitiru. I hope all of you in Japan, all my viewers in Japan, I hope you are all okay and keep and safe, because after this now we still have the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, uh, I will greet my recent subscribers in the latter part of my video. Okay, and to all my other followers. Okay, let's go straight to our presentation. Uh, Let me give you the definition of welding. Welding is a fabrication process whereby two or more parts are fused together by means of heat, pressure, or both, forming a joint as the parts cool. Another meaning is a fabrication process that joins materials, usually metals or thermoplastic, by using high heat to melt the parts of together, allowing them to cool, causing fusion. So basically, in layman's term, the welding means it is the process of joining two metals by using heat, by and because of extreme heat, there will be fusion, and once they are cooled already, they'll become one, as they're joined already. That is welding, and basically, uh, it is for what do you call this, metal material, but not necessarily. When say welding, it can also apply in plastic, because we have also plastic welding. Actually, welding, when I uh, when I was still new in welding, I thought that welding is, is very basic, and welding is only in one category, but it's not. It's not true. Okay, I'd like to give emphasis to all my followers that welding is not only for it's not a specific thing. It's a wide, in terms of range, it is wide. The scope is very wide, because there are a lot of welding processes that we have right now, but we will just concentrate on arc welding. In arc welding per se, we have different processes already, and just to mention some of this welding technology, we have robotics welding, we have laser welding, we have resistance welding, spot welding, what else, uh, and many more. Okay, let me continue my presentation. Now let's proceed to the importance of welding. So welding is essential component of many industries such as the automotive industry, the construction industry, the aviation industry. When we say aviation, it deals with your air transportation. We're talking about the airplane, the anything that flies in the air. It's about aviation industry and many more. So it deals with a lot of things in many such in automotive production industry, cars production, construction, buildings, roads, port areas, airports, dams, everything, almost everything, cell sites, structures, fabrications, aviation, as I said, uh, airplanes, we have jets, those things that we are using, the satellites are being formed by using welding. Also in ship industry, the- yeah, in the fabrication of ships, boats, and everything in the water transportation, air transportation, land transportation. Those things is include are rather included in welding. Without welding, many things, including buildings, as I've said, gates, fences, small kitchens, appliances, vehicles, and even space travel would not exist. So everything here on Earth, almost everything, are talking about welding. Can, can you imagine without welding what would be our environment nowadays? What would be the physical appearance of our environment? We have no buildings. We will go back to the old age. We will see only mountains, the big trees, the forest. We have no concrete roads, no bridges. Everything, almost everything. Actually, just to give you an idea, it was started during the metal age. Before, everything were made of stones. Human beings were using stones like the knives for hunting animals and everything. When the metal age came, yeah, it was introduced the welding. Actually, it was intended for war equipments, welding. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. As I've said, we will just continue in arc welding because the scope of welding is very wide. Arc welding uses an electrical power source to create an arc between the base metal and electrodes or stick wire. When we say arc welding, we are using electrode, stick, or wire. The arc is struck once you turn on the welding machine, adjust the settings, get safety gear in place, and then scratch or tap the electrode against the base metal. The hard arc melts the metal where they should be joined. The molten material, often with filler, can then be crafted into weld. So basically, when we say arc welding, we're using electrode, and based from the explanation here, once we scratch the tip of the electrode on the surface of the metal being welded, it will produce an arc, and by producing an arc, we establish a small gap, uh, basically about 3.2 millimeter the distance, the gap, or it depends on the electrode being used, and because of that gap, you will produce an arc, and this arc produces extreme heat. Actually, it's about 5,800 degrees Fahrenheit, if I'm not mistaken. That's the heat being produced. So it's it's very hot. That can that that has the capacity to, to melt the electrode, and at the same time the joint of the metal. And once they are, as I've said, they are cooled, there will be fusion and it will be connected. They will be one. Excuse me. Okay, we have different types of arc welding. Actually, we have flux cord arc welding, FCOW. We have gas metal arc welding, or GMAW. We have SMAW, shielded metal arc welding. We have the submerged arc welding, SAW, and the other one. Okay, what's this? Okay, I'll continue. I'm using my my cell phone. This is in PowerPoint presentation. This one. Okay. Okay. First, we have flux cord arc welding. It's a semi-automatic or automatic arc welding process. FCOW requires a continuously fed consumable tubular electrode containing a flux and a constant voltage, or less commonly a constant current welding power supply. Based from Wikipedia, ideal for welding thicker metal because it has a higher deposition rate. So FCOW, basically that is advisable for thicker metal. Actually, this is being used in shipbuilding. Because of the higher deposition rate, you can easily weld because of the deposition rate, and it is continuously fed consumable tubular. So it has uh, a wire being serve as the electrode. So you can weld continuously, unlike in the shielded metal arc welding. I will discuss it later. Okay, that is flux cord arc welding, and I'll show you the illustration of flux cord arc welding. It's almost the same with gas metal arc welding. This one, yeah, we have that wire. This one, yeah, we have the it uses a a gas being to avoid the contamination of the welding process. Okay, the next one is gas metal arc welding. Gas metal arc welding, as I've said, is it has a similarity with FCOW, sometimes referred to by its subtypes: metal inert gas welding, or MIG, or metal active gas welding. It's GMAW, or also known as MIG welding. It is a welding process in which an electric arc forms between a consumable MIG wire electrode and the workpiece metal, which hits the workpiece metal, causing them to melt and join. This welding process is used for thin sheets. So this is recommended for thin sheets of metal. So thin. The FCOW is recommended for thicker. Take note. For gas metal arc welding, it is recommended for thin sheets of metal. So it also what you call the MIG wire. So it has a similarity with FCOW. This is the illustration. That one. So we have the welding gun. We have the this one, the MIG wire. So it is being fed continuously during the entire welding process. So if you want to to increase your production rate, you can use this one, your GMAW or FCOW. But the difference, FCOW is recommended for thicker metal, while GMAW is for thin metal. Okay. The next one is gas tungsten arc welding, or better known as GTAW. It is known as tungsten inert gas welding, in which an An arc welding process uses a non-consumable tungsten electrode to produce the weld. It is considered the most difficult and it doesn't produce slag. It produces a good appearance and recommended 14 meters. Yeah, the difference in GTAW, when you use GTAW, there is no slag. When we say slag, unlike in other welding processes, once you are already finished in your welding, so the outer part of your weldment, there is a other the cover, uh, which is color black. It is you can remove that, and that is the slag. Unlike in GTAW, there is no slag, so you can see already the weldment, and you can produce a good appearance, very what do you call this, smooth, and this is recommended 14 meters or alloy steels. This is very good. It is difficult because you have to maneuver. Oh, there's no illustration in my PowerPoint presentation. I forgot to. What's this? Okay. So just like in oxyacetylene, you have the GTAW tungsten, and on your left hand, you are handling your pillar wire for you to use the GTAW. So, oh, excuse me, somebody's
Wag hindi ko expect